Hi guys, welcome to the 5-minute video series on EduTap, and I hope you all are preparing well for your upcoming exams. And in this session we are going to discuss a very important topic for the NABARD Grade A exam, that is National Monetization Pipeline. So before starting the session, if you are new to our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe it and press the bell icon to receive all the latest updates of the courses and videos offered by us. And you can also join our Telegram channel to get the access to the PDF of the lectures. Now before starting the session, let's see that why this National Monetization Pipeline is important for the NABARD Grade A exam. And we are going to do this with the help of a previous year question from NABARD Grade A 2017 Phase 2 exam. And here you can see that there was a question in which scheme was being asked after reading this particular paragraph, and this particular scheme was launched under the National Mission for Financial Inclusion. And guys, this is the reason that these particular initiatives launched by the Government of India are really important for the NABARD Grade A exam. And that's why today we are going to discuss the National Monetization Pipeline. So before discussing the National Monetization Pipeline, let's see that what was the need of this particular program. So my dear friends, earlier what exactly was there, that Government of India has so many brownfield assets. That means those assets which are already functional, but there is not any economic valuation of these particular projects. So government has thought that why don't we just evaluate these particular projects, we monetize these projects in order to collect more and more funds, so that by using these funds we can create more infrastructures in our country. And that's why the Government of India has come up with the National Monetization Pipeline. So my dear friends, the National Monetization Pipeline was recently launched by our Finance Minister, that is Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman. And my dear friends, if we talk about the National Monetization Pipeline, it has been developed by Niti Aayog in consultation with the infrastructure line ministries and central public sector enterprises. Now let's move ahead and see that what are the different features and details of the National Monetization Pipeline. So my dear friends, if we talk about National Monetization Pipeline, it is the asset monetization pipeline of central ministries and public sector entities, in which the Government of India is going to give on lease their already brownfield projects. The brownfield projects are those projects which are already functional and they are not economically evaluated. So what government is going to do, they are going to give these projects on lease to the private sector investments, to the private sector, so that they can tap the private sector investment in order to create more infrastructure creation in our country. So when we talk about the National Monetization Pipeline, it comprises of 2 volumes. And guys, here the Volume 1 is the guidance book which details the conceptual approaches and potential models for the asset monetization. And if you talk about the Volume 2 of the National Monetization Pipeline, it defines the actual roadmap for the monetization of these assets, including the pipeline of core infrastructure projects which are under the central government. So my dear friends, now let's see and discuss in detail that what is the aim of this particular National Monetization Pipeline. So if we talk about aim, then this particular pipeline aims to unlock the value of investments in brownfield public sector assets. Now what are these assets? These are those assets which are already operational and functional. And what government is going to do, they are going to give these projects on lease to the private sector enterprises. And what they are going to do, they are going to maintain and under the different public private partnership models, and that's how the Government of India is going to tap the institutional and long-term patient capital, which can thereafter be leveraged for further public investments. That means when any existing road project will be given to any private sector entity, then what will happen? The private sector entity is going to maintain these road projects, and in return the Government of India is going to take an upfront amount which the Government of India is going to invest in creating other infrastructure projects. So I hope that this thing is really very much clear to all of you. And now when we talk about the implementation and monitoring authority for the National Monetization Pipeline, it will be implemented and monitored by the core group of secretaries on asset monetization under the chairmanship of Cabinet Secretary. So my dear friends, I have written something here. It is the cabinet secretary. So cabinet secretary will chair the core group of secretaries on asset monetization. Now all of you are required to tell me in the comment section below that who is the present cabinet secretary of India. Okay, and now when we talk about very important point, so guys, under this particular national monetization pipeline, only the assets of central government line ministries and CPSEs in infrastructure sectors have been included. So my dear friends, here very most important part is that this will only be from the infrastructure sector. So I hope that this is very much clear to all of you. And apart from that, if we talk about this particular national monetization pipeline, it estimates the aggregate monetization potential of rupees 6 lakh crores through the assets of the central government over a period of 4 years, that is from fiscal year 2022 to 2025. And guys, if you talk about the top 5 sectors under this particular national monetization pipeline, that it comprises of top 5 sectors which captures 83% of the aggregate pipeline values. And these top 5 sectors are roads, railways, power transmission, natural gas pipelines, and the telecom. So guys, I hope that this is very much clear to all of you, and that was all from the national monetization pipeline. And now we'll be meeting in the next session. If you have enjoyed the session, please give a thumbs up, and if you have any queries, you can drop us a mail at hello@edutap.co.in, and you can also call us at 814-620-7241. So thank you for joining us.